Hi, everybody. My name is Lisa Acosta, and this is Personnel Cost. I'll be discussing salary, benefits, and leaves for IL 691 with Dr. Cornelius. So, what does Alabama teacher pay really look like? Most of Alabama's 137 school districts use the state minimum salary schedule to pay teachers. That salary schedule requires a hike in pay every 3 years. This is known as a step increase. Districts with more discretionary local tax money often pay teachers more than what the minimum salary schedule requires. The higher pay scale makes it easier to recruit and retain teachers. Many of those districts also increase pay each year, making the district more financially rewarding place to teach and staving off the eroding power of inflation. In Alabama, the starting schedule for a brand new teacher with a 4-year bachelor's degree for the current school year is $40,873. It goes up to $44,956 in 3 years. Using the state's minimum salary schedule for each year, a teacher with a bachelor's degree who began teaching in Alabama's public K-12 schools in the 2004-2005 school year would have earned $29,358 as the starting salary. This year would mark the teacher's 16th year teaching. Assuming the teacher did not earn any advanced degrees since the start of his or her teaching career, that same teacher will earn $48,419 during the current school year. That's a $19,000 difference roughly, and it looks pretty good until you adjust for the cost of inflation. The value of that teacher's year-over-year salary went up and down a few times, bottoming out in the 2015-2016 school year at $44,059, which is nearly $2,600 less than it had been in 2008 and 2009. Stagnant wages were a problem for many Americans during the Great Recession, but certainly Alabama's teachers have shown great patience, albeit perhaps unknowingly. The impact of the step hike is clear. It looks great during the first 3 years of back-to-back raises, which was a 6% in 2006, 5% in 2007, and 7% in 2008. And then the step up the ladder after the third year of experience gained. But after hitting the high in the 2008-2009 school year, this teacher has earned less than that every year since then. Here are some statistics from our great state of Alabama. The average teacher salary adjusted to the cost of living is $51,069. The average salary for all workers is $44,930, which is the 9th lowest in our country. And in 2017, our school spending per student was about $18,947, which is the 19th lowest out of the states. Teacher employment was about 49,190 workers. About 48% of that went to elementary, 21% of that went to middle school, and about 31% of that went to high school. The high school graduation rate was about 90%, which is the 5th highest. And the cost of living here in Alabama is 13.6%, which is lower than the national average, and it's the 3rd lowest thanks to our property tax. Now let's take a look at some of the other states around us, our border states. If I can get this to work. All right, so Mississippi comes in at number 49. The average teacher's salary is adjusted for the cost of living is $45,803. The average salary of all workers is $40,090, which is the lowest. So Alabama isn't necessarily the lowest. The teacher employment was about 27,370 people. There's about 45% in elementary, about 23-ish% in middle school, and about 32% in high school. The average graduation rate there is 84%, which is the 19th lowest, and the cost of living there is 14%, which is lower than the national average, and that's the 2nd lowest. Tennessee is our next state that we're going to look at. The average teacher salary adjusted to the cost of living is $54,097. They have the 12th lowest average salary. In 2017, their cost per spending per student was the fourth lowest at $14,000. The teacher employment we see is about the same percentages as Alabama and Mississippi. Their high school graduation rate is about 90%, which is the fifth highest, and their cost of living is 10%, which is lower than the national average, and it's the 14th lowest. Up next is Florida. They have average teacher's salary at $56,345. Their cost of living is about 0.6%, which is the 15th highest. Georgia comes in next at number 24. Their average teacher's salary adjusted for the cost of living is $58,784, and their average salary for all of their workers is $49,620, which is about the 25th highest, so they're ranking right in the middle. Their average cost of living is about 7% lower than the national average, which is the 24th lowest overall. New York came in at number 1. Their average teacher salary is $85,258. Their average salary for all workers is $63,970, which is the second highest in the country. Their cost of living is about 17% greater than the national average, which is the second highest, which could account for their average teacher salary. And coming in at the number 50 spot is South Dakota, where their average teacher salary is $44,472, and their cost of living is about 12%, which is the sixth lowest. So this slide is the fiscal year 2021 salaries. This is the same as the 2020 fiscal year salary schedule that you saw above, so there's no change for the next year. This is the Madison County District addition to salary. And here we can see that the Madison County Board of Education adopts the Alabama State Department of Education 187-day state minimum salary schedule, and it also adds $2,500 for steps 0 through 11, and it adds $3,500 for steps 12 through 27. The National Board Certified Teacher Supplement, if you obtain this, it is $2,000 supplement as long as the teacher holds and retains that status. These are some salary schedules for principals and assistant principals here in Madison County. The base salary for step 0 is $79,040. They get different supplements, and they also are offered incentives. Okay, Senate Bill 327 is a bill that would establish the Teacher Excellence and Accountability for Mathematics and Science and Salary Schedule Program and hard to staff supplement. The increase for math science and computer science middle and high school educators is laid out in this bill, and it's traveling with the budget, and the bill includes additional raises for those who agree to teach in hard-to-fill locations, including rural and high-poverty school systems. The state proposed 2022 education budget likely got its first committee vote on March 16th. Senate Education Budget Committee Chairman Senator Arthur Orr told Alabama Daily News there are some significant changes that are expected, including about $100 million more for math and science teachers who participate in a new salary schedule program. Governor Kay Ivey proposed a budget that already included the 2% raise for educators, and the $7.65 billion fiscal year 2022 budget showed an increase of $440.8 million from the 2021 budget. The Public Education Employees Health Insurance Plan, or PHIP for short, was established in 1983 to provide health care insurance benefits for the health and well-being for the members. It offered Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. These are some comparative statistics. paid by active employees. So you see your individual only or individual plus the children, and you see a state by state comparison between Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee, Florida, Louisiana, South Carolina, and Arkansas. Employees are offered leave for school employees. State sick leave for employees of local boards of education contained in Title 16 of Chapter 1 of a Code of Alabama, and this law covers 2-year post-secondary institutions. The law covers full-time employees and bus drivers. An employee earns 1 day per month of employment. An employee is allowed to accumulate an unlimited number of sick days. Personal leave, this law covers any certified employee and those employees who work an average of at least 20 hours a week. A board of education may grant up to 5 days, but not less than 2 days of personal leave each year. And an employee is entitled to full pay for at least 2 of the personal leave days during the scholastic year. We do offer sick bank leaves, and the participating member of a sick bank whose leave has been exhausted may borrow leaves from the bank as long as you put in 5 days. Catastrophic sick leave is available. Also, on the job injuries, leaves of absences are included in this. Vacation days are offered for those who qualify. And we have to take care of our military. So Alabama offers military leave and military differential pay. I hope this was educational.